Hello and welcome back to part 4 of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot, the Wrath of Cortex, where in this part we are moving on to the 4th warp room, which is the ice hub, but today we are joined by a special guest, JaNinJuice.
Yeah. Yahoo, Mina, Janny. JaNinJuice is here. Also, you can call me Janny if you want. It's my no nickname.
Bandicoot, eh? Oh, I've heard so much about you, and this is the hero I have to blow away? Huh, seems like a bunch of hot air to me.
It's actually the wind elemental in this world, but basically
Yeah,
ice was the closest thing we could get theme-wise, so that's what they did.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, so here we go, another Coco level.
It's always nice to see more Coco levels in these games.
Yeah, I will admit the Coco controls are not anywhere near as refined as Crash's in this game, but it's still fun nonetheless. Yeah,
especially that very slow kick.
Yeah, well, I don't even use it. Like, that's all it does, it just stops you. There's no point really. I think you just might as well spin.
I felt like that was more of an aesthetic choice, because the first level you actually control her in is Japanese or Chinese style.
You can
level.
use it for that though, I've just figured out actually. You can use it for like getting single crates, and whoa, okay, that was not supposed to happen. So we're back at the start again. But never mind. Yeah, there's no sound effects for Coco actually in this, believe it or not.
Yeah. She doesn't really get a lot of unique animations or voice clips, does she? No. Well, in like Insane Trilogy, she did have a few like grunts.
Yes.
But the death animation always remained the same, just the dying angel, the floating up angel. Yeah, I always found it weird that this game always started on an ice level.
Yeah, it did. Like Untitled Chapter actually mentioned that in the first part. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Oops, went for the cable car.
I remember you mentioned it, actually. Yeah, and usually games around this area and just before it usually starts in a sunny place. So it was very interesting to me as a kid to
see it in the ice level. Yeah, that always interested me as well.
Yeah, especially with ice physics and things. That's usually like adding difficulty.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, maybe you can use the sneaky shoes here.
You could have done, but I decided just to jump it. You can't double jump with Coco. You can't really use. You can't use sneaky shoes with Coco. Enemies. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, they don't carry over. I think Coco already has the power slam, but which you unlock later on. You unlock after you've done everything else, which is kind of a bit pointless. But you know.
Yeah.
We can use it in the last world, and that's it. But I mean, what is the point in that? It's really.
I mean, when it comes to deciding the final power up or anything of a game, I think that's one of the hardest parts of making a game.
Yeah.
To find a reward that's good enough.
The final reward, yeah, but they didn't really do that too well in this game.
Yeah.
There is a 100% ending, which is why you find out how Twinsanity started, but apparently this game's off a timeline, so it's irrelevant.
Yeah, well, now it is, according to Toys for Bob.
Yeah, Crash 4's done that, so. But yeah, it's still interesting nonetheless.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder where exactly it does fit in the timeline, so. Here we go.
Well, to be honest, like, this was originally the timeline, but then Toys for Bob like saying, no, it's not the timeline anymore, so ignore it, it never existed.
Just pretend this game never happened. I mean, a lot of people did criticise Crash 4 for that, but, you know.
Just like that scene from Madagascar where Skipper was, like, going down in the hole, and he's like, you didn't see anything.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you didn't play anything.
I can kind of see where that's relevant.
Yeah. That would be a funny meme.
Yeah, like make that a meme about Crash 4. And I believe I have the both gems, so there we go. So I've got the gem for all the goalposts, and there we go. So that's both gems there. So at least that's that one done. So
That's awesome. I always like the looks of the crystals and gems in this.
As I mentioned in the last part as well, it's also interesting to me how they've, implement a chase level, like in pretty much every world, but like in a different way.
Yeah, that is very unique with the avalanches and stuff.
Yeah. So here we go with Droid Void, level 17, which is got quite a bit to it.
Like, if you were to tell me the level names, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you what level it was until I look at it, because I can't remember a lot of the levels in this game. I remember, like, Smokey and the Bandicoot. That was always a memorable level name for me.
Yeah, because it references Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, which is a film I never watched, but I just remember the level so well.
Not that it's a good level, but...
Yeah, it's a bit annoying. But if you're just going for the crystal, it can be fun.
Yeah. Now, this is one annoying thing about this game. Who decided to make these monkey bars so slow?
Yeah,
it looks like a slowed down animation. It doesn't even look realistic remotely. It's just does not make much sense at all why they've done that.
I think this is a good example of that shows how much time they had to develop this, because didn't they only have like 1 year to make
something like that? Yeah.
Wrath of Cortex. So they had to take a few sacrifices in the quality areas in terms, like in this case, animation and the speed at which it goes.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, I agree. It's definitely not one of these games that you call high quality, but it's the fact that it's fun that like sort of matters to me about this game.
One thing that sticks out to me about this game is Crash doesn't really have as much emotion as he had in the previous games. Like when he collects a crystal or a gem and he goes back to the warp room, and then he gives you a little smile in Warped and Crash too. But in this game, it's just a cold expression. It's just him jumping up.
Now this is interesting because this bonus round actually has its very own like unique music to it, bonus round music. That's like the only level in the game that actually has its own unique bonus round track.
Yeah, but I can still hear that it's a remix of the Warp Room from Crash Bandicoot 3 and also this game.
In fact, I don't know if they actually use it in the actual volcano level, the first one. So now here we go. We'll get into the crash suit and we have a glitch.
Oh.
So what you have to do is, that's because it's rendering in a hardware mode, because I'm playing this on PCSX2. You press F9. That puts you into software mode, and you have to toggle the de-insulating back because obviously it gets a vibrating image. But
that's a weird glitch.
Yeah. So yeah, this section has to be played in what is it? Just standard 480i resolution. Unfortunately.
It's like Crash Bandicoot meets Gundam now.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But an interesting thing is, if I do go back to hardware mode, you can see that the fog's like broken. But
I see.
So yeah, the game does work pretty well on the emulator, apart from like the skybox in Smokey and the Bandicoot and of course this level. But
yeah,
other than that, it's pretty good. So yeah, this robot suit. So what do you think to this then?
Well, personally, like when I was a kid, I remember playing as this a lot, and like I really enjoyed the novelty of having a different movement style, and you had to figure out
like sets it apart, makes it like unique.
Yeah, especially as because it's basically you got the bazooka, the Wumpa bazooka early for a short period of time.
Yeah, apart from like the temperamental. Aiming and shooting. It does actually control movement-wise pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
If I'm not mistaken, this robot appears like 2 times in regular levels and once in the Crunch boss, the Fire boss.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's 3 appearances in the game.
Because that is more than any other vehicle, really. I think has appeared in this game. Apart from the balls, because I think the balls have had like... Had the ball levels appeared like 4 times in it?
Something like that, yes.
Yeah, like there was one, the special warp room, after you beat it 100%. Oh, I know, you got some relics, wasn't it? Yeah, that it unlocks.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that secret warp room.
You do, yeah. There's 5. Yeah, you get 25 relics to unlock all the levels. 5 unlocks each. You know what I mean? You know, like in steps.
Yeah, this is the first thing that I was intrigued by with Crash Bandicoot 4 was when I saw the box art for it.
Oh yeah, the box art's different in Japan, also the title is as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can show you that right now on the screen. Yeah, so really cool stuff.
Yeah, the box art features, as well as the English and Japanese versions, they both show that mech suit that you're playing as now.
Yeah, that mech suit like does play like a big part, you know, like they.
Yeah, and also like unlike in the English box art, the Japanese box art has Coco in the spaceship, and Crunch looking weirdly at us.
Yes, that's what I noticed.
Yeah.
With the new Crash model as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, backtrack to go to this, gem path, because obviously there's no nitro crates in this bonus round, so you're not really missing anything. So.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy one. This one.
Yeah. Well, I do like on the back of the box art of Crash 4. It looks like a manga.
Yeah.
It looks like an official Crash Bandicoot manga, and it looks awesome. Like those little details that they do, that they implemented in the Japanese localization.
Yeah.
Actually, quite incredible if you think about it. They went that far just for one country. And yeah, as you were saying before, the Japanese title is different. Like, as we know, Crash Bandicoot 4 in England, the US, etc. is called Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex. But in Japan, it's called Crash Bandicoot 4 Explosion! Exclamation mark. Warlock Power.
Wow, that is very different. It's like not even relevant to Cortex at all. That's, really unique about the name.
I think I can understand the thought process behind the title.
Yeah.
And with the explosion part, like as you see at the beginning cutscene, the environment changes, so we get natural disasters and things.
Yeah.
That was kind of like an explosion of natural disaster events, and the Warlock Power. I'm guessing that is coming from that Crunch is kind of like the Warlock in the game, using all the powers of the mask to his advantage.
That is cool. Yeah.
So I think that was the thought process.
That's what I'd say.
I think it's real cool.
Anyway, we've done that level, so now we can switch back to hardware mode, and we're back to glorious 4K. So here we go with Crashteroids.
4K, you mean?
4K, yes, that's the one. You got that right.
Is there a draft in here?
Yeah, I've noticed some of these like cutscenes are so quick, but that is totally where they like copied off Crash 3. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, these little interactions between you, the masks, and the villains in this game, even though they're short, they still hit a spot in the player, I think. Like, get them motivated to just, like, kill them already.
Yeah.
So that's the main function of what these things are for. However, like in Crash Bandicoot 3, I felt like they were trying to intimidate the player more than provoke anger. Because if you're thinking way back to the Crash Bandicoot 3 in the original PlayStation 1, like you get like these up close portraits of the villains right up in your face, and saying all these mean things to you.
Yeah.
quite extraordinary.
Oh, that just exploded in time. I thought I was not going to get that one, so... Yeah, so this has a unique charm to it, because you've got to obviously take down the defences on each of these space stations before you can actually... I left that over there, I don't know why I've done that, but anyway,
Okay, this is a nice example of how they try to change the kind of level and make it to their own. You know, they being Universal Studios, who made this game.
Yeah, Universal, they haven't done bad. You know, Traveller's Tales have not done bad with this game, as people make out. That's what I've been saying all along, to be honest.
Like, it's interesting to see what other games, like, companies who've made games like this,
I don't know,
Untitled.
Love like shooting at the Earth. Look how close you get to the Earth. It just like gets. Look how close. That thing's like tiny. Look at it.
It's a JPEG.
It is.
I know it's actual 3D model.
You
though.
actually go up to the Earth. That is. Oh, look at that.
Crash into the Earth. Go ahead. Crash into it.
I have done. It just turns you back. You can shoot right there. Yeah. Okay. It automatically turns you back. So that is a tiny Earth.
Yeah.
But it's still a cool touch from a distance anyway. It's what it looks like at a distance, not close up, because that's what the average player does. So there we go.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Definitely.
Yeah. We're back to the best loading screen of Crash Wrath of Cortex.
Yes.
In my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, because the Xbox One's different. GameCube one just says loading, but the Xbox One's like going down like a green tube. It's really cool, actually.
What's your opinion on the loading screens between versions?
It's a nice touch that they've made at least something unique and different between each version. So the game isn't exactly the same on all three consoles.
Yeah.
And by the way, that like filter that's on it, you know, it looks a bit like a CRT filter. That is emulation. See, if I put it into software mode, it's gone. But obviously, we'll just put up with the lines, because I mean, it's still a nice, cool looking filter anyway, even though it's not supposed to be there. But you know, we still get the resolution. So
yeah. Now this is one level that I hear a lot of hate.
Yes, it is.
The main complaint people do have about this level is that those falling spike things.
Yes.
Like, in some areas you can't see them before they fall.
That is a problem, yeah. And another thing as well that I've got an issue with, you know, it's always been something I've disliked. You have to sort of like search up and down for crates, whereas in Crash 3 you didn't really have to do that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But like, I feel like those things were done deliberately. Like if we're gonna say about the spiky ball things coming down, I feel like the idea of this level is to tread carefully and be aware. Now we have better hardware, we have a bit more room to breathe. So like, they're emphasizing exploration more, I feel.
That's what I think, yeah, it's nice to add some exploration. I mean, the crates thing does bother me, but, you know, the actual rest of it's okay.
I mean, the crate thing isn't as bad as the It's About Time.
Well, no, it's not. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. Yeah, you're very right about that one.
Yeah, but, like I say, these little things that people complain about,
oh gosh.
I feel, I mean, even so like that, they let you go up high enough to see that there's a ball there.
I killed that at the same time as I did.
So I just feel like that is just an extra bit of challenge and something that you just have to be aware of in your surroundings.
Yes.
That otherwise, I feel like this level will be really easy.
It does have some challenging aspects, I will admit.
Because like,
and I'm stuck.
Like, you can tell me, you can disagree with this if you want. Like, I wanted to hear your honest opinion about it.
Yeah, sure. Like, go ahead.
If we could see the spiky balls every single time, like, you know, not just the tip, but we can see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Would you say that it would be too easy if we can see it straight off the bat, and like we could just predict it entirely coming down.
Yeah, I'd say I'd agree and disagree. It might make it would indeed make it too easy, I think, but would it sort of you know, add to the quality aspect of the game? But then again, you know, a critic's opinion's different to say, like, you know, like obviously the person who's playing it, how they feel about the game.
Yeah,
you know, the average consumer opinion is what I go by, not the.
Yeah. I don't really trust reviews, to be honest.
No.
I like to go off my own opinion.
I can remember when Insane got slammed in reviews when that first like came out. You know, GameSpot and stuff like that.
What was the biggest?
I know I've just slandered on my Let's Play, but you know. What was the biggest one?
What did you hear that was the biggest complaint from reviewers for the Insane trilogy?
Difficulty too hard, or dated mechanics.
Right, the Dark Souls of platformers, I remember this.
Yes, but, to be honest, they say dated mechanics, but I think they still hold up so well to this day.
Yeah.
Nothing's like been surpassed, you know, to beat it, I mean, but you know.
Yeah, that's true. But I argue with everybody who says Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, is really difficult and like it's Dark Side of platformers. Like, I disagree. Because...
Yeah, it's not that hard. I mean, Crash 1
no,
maybe, but yeah.
Insane Trilogy, even Crash 1, it's not crushingly difficult.
Yeah.
The reason why that people say this is because they made the platforming deliberately more precise. So...
They changed the hitboxes, I know that. So like the pill-shaped hitboxes instead of a square.
Yeah, they made his a pill-shaped. He's in a pill-shaped cage basically, and so which means if he hits the edge of a platform, he can slide right off.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was absolutely a deliberate choice because it makes.
Adds a bit of realism, even though it's not nostalgic. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah,
adds a bit of realism. Yeah, but it also creates more of a challenge without changing the game.
Yes,
so much.
I'd agree. You see, the problem is, I think with the reviews of that game is, you know, review sites like IGN, they just play like a couple of hours at the beginning of the game and review it. They don't get like they're bound to have played Crash 1 first.
Yeah, probably.
And there we go, we got all the gems, because sometimes this gives me anxiety that I've not got them all, so but actually I have this time, so yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, awesome. But like, game reviews are interesting in general. Like, for example, there's the game Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts on the Xbox 360. That game completely deviated from the original two games, which were...
It just interrupts you, it's rude, I know, anyway.
Yeah, I know. Stupid, what is it called? Woo-woo?
Something like that. I can't remember them all.
Woo-woo! But anyway, yeah. So yeah, game reviews are interesting because, you know, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, it completely went away from the platforming area of the platforming theme. They have still platforming in it, but it's a very few and far between.
Yes.
And like they mainly went with vehicle ideas. You know, making a vehicle is a big thing in the game.
Yeah, vehicle levels.
Progress,
yeah.
You have to make it. Oh, the whole game's a vehicle level basically.
Right. There you go.
Every level you have a set amount of missions, and each mission has a new vehicle.
Yeah.
Idea. Like you could use blueprints that they've made in the game already, or you can use your own, and it's usually better to use your own. That remained consistent. It was about creativity and how you tackle a challenge. But the other ones were just about collecting stuff and exploring. Now, many fans have said that these it's the worst game. It's not Banjo-Kazooie. The game is good, but if Banjo-Kazooie wasn't slapped on the title, it would be a different... People look at it differently.
Yes.
But the reviews of the game, it was like 9 out of 10s and 4 out of 5s. That was the standard review of the game, and they say, oh, it's a fantastic game, really fun and stuff like that. And it's a good installment on the series.
Just different opinions, isn't it?
Yeah, but like, those are the reviews, but the fans, they have a different story. But I agree with the reviews more on this one, because the game is fun. Yes, it's not the traditional Banjo-Kazooie adventure game that we wanted to have for many years, but it still has...
It's still a fun game. It's the fun that matters. It's not necessarily the quality, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the charm, the story, the narrative, everything is still there that made it Banjo-Kazooie. Just the platforming is pretty much gone. That's the only difference. But like, there's still platforming in it, like in the hub world. You get to explore the town a little bit, and you can type rope in the game.
Yeah, that's a cool addition.
Yeah. So they do have light platforming elements.
So basically, they've mixed different mechanics in it then. No!
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Oh.
I've missed the crate, so I've got to quit, and we've got to go back in. So, yeah, I think we better do that then, so... Because you can't re-enter a bonus round, sadly, so... Yeah, what I'll do is, I think I'll have to make a cut here, and we'll resume back to the bonus round, so... See you all there.
Yeah, alright. See you in a bit.
So yes, we are back to the bonus round again, and we're going to have another stab at that crate. So, so here we go. Attempt 2. So, you want to continue with the Banjo-Kazooie thing?
Yeah. So yeah, just to say that, yeah, I do just agree with the reviews that the game was fun.
Yeah.
And it just makes a whole different game out of it, and yeah, just
that's where I went wrong.
Everything was still there. Everything.
Oh, that was not how you do it. But still, I did it.
But yeah, but however, I would like to have a more traditional Banjo-Kazooie game in the next one.
You would?
Yeah, but I had ideas, right, that they should keep the idea of the vehicles, but not make it so it's the main thing. Instead of pretty much flip nuts and bolts on its head and say, right, we're going to focus on platforming and vehicles are just going to come in handy for like a mission or something.
Yes.
Like say 2 missions per level. It'll be a vehicle-based thing, and it'll have a lighter customization option, just something to have fun with, basically.
Yes.
That would be neat, I think.
Of course.
Yeah. I remember actually the reviews on the... hearing about the reviews on the Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Like, apparently, IGN don't like the game.
Oh no.
I'll say that.
I can remember I had, what is it, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing on the, what is it, the Xbox 360 version? Because not only does that version feature online, it also has the Banjo-Kazooie character in it as well, which is a nice touch.
I had that game.
Whereas the other versions don't have that.
No.
And the PC version's a Wii port to make it worse.
And I always thought that the Wii U version only had Wreck-It Ralph for some strange reason.
That was a transformed one that came later on.
Yeah. Ah, was it? Okay.
Yeah. This is the original I'm talking about.
I gotcha. Okay.
There we go, we got the gem, finally.
Nice. Yeah, I thought that was on the, you know, the original one. And it was only on the Wii or something.
No, sadly not. It's a cool addition, though.
Banjo-Kazooie was a cool one as well to have on the Xbox. It was a nice thing, the extra.
So here we go. Atmospheric Pressure, the 4th boss, so... Wish me luck on this one.
Good luck.
Hey, look! The orange boy likes to fly!
Time to earn your wings, kid.
Okay, Mr. T.
Earn your wings. I like that pun because it doesn't mean you die and you're an angel, or does it mean you're like...
Yeah.
You're flying with the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you use a special plane for this one, which is really cool.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
And as you can see, lots of popping effects, because obviously it's fog doesn't render on emulation, as you can see here. It does here.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad.
But it looks okay. You know, at least you get the resolution benefit.
One thing I didn't notice about this boss as a kid was the cycles remain consistent. They do not change.
No, we don't actually, do they?
No matter how low his health is, he doesn't change his attack pattern.
No.
Very predictable.
Yeah, definitely, very.
But the only thing that does change is that attack he just did. The position changes. That's all. That's the only difference I've seen.
Yeah, you see, this is a cool boss. I mean, you are doing the same thing, but I mean, it throws a different challenge at you every single time, which is a nice... and I have been known to die in this one as well quite a few times as a kid, so it just shows that there is difficulty to it, which is a nice touch.
Yeah, what is also like, just the overall nice touch about these games bosses is that unlike other Crash games where it's just like, oh, okay, we have this character, he's the boss, he has his attacks, okay. But in this game, they actually changed the boss's form. Like, first, he goes into an earth ball. Second, he's a water demon. Now he's a big cloud genie. And it just looks really cool.
It really does.
Nice idea. But yeah, well, I can also see that they did this so the bosses don't get.
By the way, this attack
repetitive.
totally destroys you. If you get hit by that, in the middle of it, you like die. Even if you're 100%, it's very harsh.
I guess
oh wow, we missed altogether. What even was that throw? And this should do it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Watch him blow up into pieces. There he goes.
Yeah, it explodes into bones. Very,
pretty morbid.
Very, yes, very. Okay.
Fruit bazooka early, nice.
Nice. There we go then. Awesome.
Yeah, the last power up is just the running shoes, isn't it?
So nice to have these fast loading screens. Yes, the running shoes again. There is a super belly flop which we'll unlock later. So yes, let's go save progress because it's better safe than sorry.
I like how in every game Crash forgets how to do these things, so he has to relearn them.
Yes, so there we go. So obviously this has been the this is the I think it's like electricity base. This one, maybe. You know the element. I don't know. It's like an extra element added, but
the secret factory or something. The factory.
Yay! And you got that nice.
I don't really know what to call it
because
this is really futuristic, isn't it?
There's like this galaxy or black hole in the background that's just really cool. Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank
background. Yes, Rift Apart.
Ratchet and Clank stage. That's it.
Yes. Or like the portals in Crash 4, the other Crash 4.
Or like the glowing stars in the middle. It reminds me of Croc when you go to a secret area.
Oh yes, yes, I know that one as well. So.
Yeah. You get these glowing stars around you.
Really cool stuff then.
Yeah, awesome stuff.
So yes, of course, this has been part 4, so I've got to wrap this up because we've been going for obviously 36 minutes, but we're going to cut a bit out, but it's going to be over 30 minutes this part, but obviously, thank you so much for watching as a guest, and joining as a guest commentator as well, JaNinja.
Yeah.
JaNinJuice.
No worries.
The name that always changes.
Nah, it stays the same now. It's either JaNinJuice or Janny. You can choose either.
Nice.
But,
so yeah, under two names.
I say if you call me JaNinja, then you're a veteran of the channel.
Ginger.
Ginger. Yeah, it just
it's the way you say it in certain accents. But I say I will definitely drop a link to your channel in the description as well. So as always.
Cheers.
So, of course.
Usually, I stream on Twitch, but I do upload to YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube's the way
I go.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm a YouTube person. But anyway, of course, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed this part. Of course, comment, like, and subscribe to both of our channels if you enjoyed this video. And I will indeed see you all in the final warp room, which will be warp room 5. So I'll see you all then. Have a good one, everyone. I hope you all are looking forward to watching it. So I will see you later. So peace out.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be here.